Hello everyone, we are back in the dungeon, ready to fight. Scenario number 1. Looks familiar? That's basically the brute solo scenario. Now if you remember this room, you'll know that it's horizontally symmetrical. The left half is exactly the same as the right half. So in theory, there should be no difference between starting on this hex and starting on this hex. We don't want to start here. We want to go late in the turn, make the monsters move to us rather than us having to spend a move action to get to them. So going late, we want to stand far away from the monsters so that they can't really hit us, and then we'll do our own move. But standing on the left half is better than the right half because of monster standee numbers. Assuming the bandit guards draw a move 4, what will happen is the lead guard will move 3 steps to melee range here. This guard will move 3 steps to melee range, and then this guard cannot move 4 into melee range of me because this is the only available hex remaining, and that's 5 distance away. So, yeah, so standing on the side with the lower monster standing number is important. We're going to open by playing Trample and Leaping Cleave. Trample for the Pierce 2 attack, which will pierce the Elite's shield, and then Leaping Cleave will perform a nice jump. Which will get us into range of the into melee range of the elite, but more importantly also generate air for skewer, which we are going to follow up with. Now let's give these decks a good shuffle before starting off. We don't want any bad luck with these decks, and then let's begin. So let's open the battle interface and start the round. Oh wait, there were cards here. I'm sorry. We need to restart this. Alright. So let's start the round. Okay. It's a very standard move 3, attack 3. Not the ideal start, but it's not the worst either. Ignore all these numbers. There's a lot of them there. So the guard goes first, followed by myself. So let's see what happens here. The elite guard moves 3 steps. Now a very smart thing to do is to move the elite guard right in front of me. This way, number 3 and number 4 cannot reach me. All they can do is to do this. 1, 2, 3. In fact, there's a very good argument for this guard to go here instead. So 1, 2, 3. And then this guard here goes 1, 2, 3, which is the go. Yes? It can either move to end up here or here. I want it here, as far away from the action on the left as possible. Right? We do that because on our turn, we are going to perform a move 3 jump to this tile here. Using Leaping Cleave, followed by... Oh, wait. Before we perform the jump, I'm so sorry, we want to attack the bandit guard. Before we do that, however, I am jumping way too ahead of myself here. I forgot to resolve the attack on the bandit guard. The bandit guard performs an attack 4 on myself. That's not exactly the way I want to start the scenario out. I feel like I do have to lose a card here. 8 damage is too much to take. Yikes. This is not a good time to lose a card. That is terrible. But I can't really afford to take 8 damage either. Wow. That's pretty bad. I suppose I'll take the damage, but I really cannot afford to take 8 damage here. But I will. Okay. That's really bad. You know, you're not supposed to lose more than a third of your health on the first room, but well, that happened. We're gonna jump here. And that ends the round. So these are both discarded. Air is infused. And we perform our attack 3 pierce 2 on the elite before jumping there. So let's draw from our own modifier deck. 3 damage. Pierces the shield. So 1, 2, 3. And the round ends. That was not the way I wanted to start the game. Alright, the next thing we will do is to skewer, and we'll add 1 attack using Wall of Doom. So this will be an attack 5 with Pierce 1. Hopefully this will do good. Right, we move before the guards. The guards are performing strengthened self attack. Right, let's resolve our attack first. So we are going to resolve Wall of Doom, which amplifies our damage on Skewer, giving us attack 5 as promised. So let's hit starting from the nearest monster, which is Bandit Guard 3, followed by Bandit Guard 5. Bandit Guard 3. Oh, we probably want Eagle Eye Goggles for this. Right, Bandit Guard 3. +1, so that's 6 damage. Bandit Guard 5, the elite. 2 times! Eat that, sucker! So that's 10 damage to the elite. And 6 damage to the normal, so 6. And 10 damage, minus 2 shield. Sorry, minus 2 shield, so that's 8 damage. I believe that's a kill. I mean, we had 1 pierce anyway, so yeah, it's a clean kill. Nice. That makes things a bit easier. Kind of. So this will attack me for attack +0, and then it will gain strengthen. This will move here. I think I can afford to take a hit rather than using my invisibility cloak here. So I will do just that. I'll take a hit. So they get to draw a card on me. That's +1. 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are strengthened. Alright, so now the guards are strengthened and round. I probably need to go very fast here with shield 1 and finish off the guard that's in melee range of me. Skirmishing maneuver seems like the way to do it. Let's draw cards. Alright, so this is why we brought Shield Bash, the 15th initiative happening from the monsters. It's a pretty nasty one as well, the attack 0 poison. But because we tie for initiative, players get to go first. So that's very important. Alright, we resolve Skirmishing maneuver first. Attack 2 move to attack 2. On the first attack 2 on the Bandit Guard, let's draw modifier, +0. Move to... I'm going to stay put and then draw another modifier for attack 2. This is a ×2. This is dead. Now we have the shield here. Realistically, the shield doesn't matter. So we are just going to stay where we are. If anything, we can afford to move, use it, resolve it as a movement. We are going to move 1 step up and end our turn. The guard is going to put on his shield and then attack, but well, it's not going to move, so nothing in range. Turn ends. Alright, we haven't taken damage yet. Let's continue with Unstoppable Charge. That should finish it. Alright. And then a Fatal Advance to move into range. So let's start the round. The guards go first. Oh, it's a range attack. Screw that. Oh, that's so bad. Of all the cards to draw. We take 2 damage. So yet more damage taken. But we get to hit back with a move 4 into an attack 5. So let's do that. Move 4. 1, 2. And then an attack 5 here. Actually, I want to move here. Move 4 and then attack 5. Whew! That's attack 8. Brings it down to 1 hit point. Pretty good. By the way, the strengthen from the monster is gone. So let's remove that. And the turn's over. I'm going to play these 2 cards. And let's see what happens. Woo! We moved before the guard. That was really lucky. We got a really lucky draw there. Alright. So we are going to perform... Ooh. This is a bit tricky. I'm not sure how to perform this. I need to have an out in case I draw a null. Unfortunately, I've already used my Eagle Eye Goggles. So yeah, this is a very awkward pair of cards to have at the end of my turn. Looking at this deck, yeah, not much drawn yet. I cannot resolve the top of Hook and Chain. Wait, I can. Okay, I know what to do. I'm going to resolve Balance Measure as a standard move 2. Additionally, I'm going to use Boots of Striding. I have to risk it. I have to hope that I don't null here. I don't seem to have a choice. So I'm going to use that as a move 2. And then I'm going to use this as an attack 3, range 3, pull 2. I hope this pulls through. It does. Okay, good. Did. Right. We managed to kill all the monsters off with a very lucky ×2 on the Elite. So that means that we survive our first pass. The bad news is we are down to 4 hit points. That's not good. So we need to long rest here. I'll just manually resolve the long rest, which gives me 2 hit points. And allows me to recover my hand. Oh yeah, I think I should lose trample. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I just need to confirm a bit because I don't have a lot of powerful attacks left. All I have is Hook and Chain, which is probably better used as a bottom. I have Balance Measure, I have Unstoppable Charge, and Skewer is not going to be used, and I have Leaping Cleave. So I don't actually have the end Skirmishing Maneuver. Okay, I guess that I can make do with that. Right, the reason I say I don't have Skewer is because I'm going to use it right now as a move 6. Because I'm going to charge into that room with Boots of Striding, making it a move 8. Followed by Balance Measure for an attack 8. Right, I have recovered all my items because that was a long rest. So this turn I'm going to play these 2 cards. For move 8, attack 8. I want to deal with the archer right at the back of the room. So I'm going to lock this in and start the round. Right, I'm the only thing on the board, so I'll just resolve my move 8, attack 8. Alright, so move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we move to the left half of the room because there are traps in the way here, so that should slow down this guard's advance. So we're going to move 8 and attack 8 on the bandit archer. Having used the Boots of Striding, we might as well use the Eagle Eye Goggles here. And see if we can land a killing blow on the archer. Attack 8, drawing 2 modifiers. Null, +1, 9 damage. Almost, but not quite enough. Now let's draw the attack modifier cards for the archer and the guard to decide what we want to do. The archer's not going to have a very powerful attack. It's just attack 3. I can live with that. Then the guards will perform a move 2 strengthen. Can I live with that? I think I can. Move 2 strengthen, right? Yeah, move 2 and strengthen. Yep. Alright, I won't use my invisibility once more. Crazy as that sounds. So what's going to happen is guard number 1 moves here. Guard number 3 moves here. Those are the move 2s, and the archer will move there. And will attack me at range for 3 damage. 2 damage. I'm happy about that. Okay. So that's done. The monsters are done. Don't forget that the guards are strengthened. We have a couple of options. This is a lost card because we used it for the move 6. This is a discard. We definitely need to kill the archer at all costs. So I'm thinking this is a pretty good combo. Wall of Doom into Skirmishing Maneuver amplifies the attack 2s on Skirmishing Maneuver to attack 3. And we could definitely use a double attack 3 here because... Oh, yeah, it's not melee range. Oh, okay, that changes things. I forgot. Okay, I guess we're going to use the range attack on Skirmishing Maneuver. And for the top... I don't know what to use for the top. Probably Hook and Chain. 2 ranged attacks. Expend both our ranged attacks here to hit both 2 things. And then probably go invisible. Seems alright. So it's between Wall of Doom and Skirmishing Maneuver really for the bottom slot. The top slot is going to be Hook and Chain, no question. Skirmishing Maneuver is more reliable because if I draw a miss on Hook and Chain, at least I can follow up with Skirmishing Maneuver. Whereas Wall of Doom gives me higher initiative. I think I rather reliability, so I'm going to play these 2 cards. Start round. I'm 1 initiative faster than the guards. That is huge. Ooh, man, I'm getting really lucky here. Oh, man. So the archers perform a -1 range attack and the guards perform a weaker melee attack. I still don't want to get hit though. So what I'm going to do is to first resolve. They are both range 3. Okay. I'll resolve Hook and Chain on the Elite Guard. Sorry, not Elite Guard. On the Elite Archer. Dead. Then I'll resolve Skirmishing Maneuvers ranged attack on, say, number 1. Plus 0, 3 damage. Right, so both 3 damage attacks are done. Additionally, I think this is the time to go invisible. Right, so this means that the guards cannot come after me, because otherwise they would be able to get into melee range on me and perform an attack to strengthen, which I do not appreciate. So this ends the round. I'm invisible, and this ends. So while I'm invisible, it's a good time to now play a slow initiative card, like Unstoppable Charge. We will also move into melee range of them, so I'm looking at Leaping Cleave most likely. No. I need Leaping Cleave for the AoE attack. I'm going to use Fatal Advance. Lock that in, start the round. Right, the guards move at 50, doing nothing because they do not acquire a target as I'm invisible until the end of my turn, where I perform move 4 and then attack 5. I think this is also a good time to expand my Battle Axe, so let's do that. So this means an attack 5 is going to be dealt on both monsters. Here. Right, let's draw for number 1 first. Didn't miss the kill. Next one. There the kill is. Alright, so this happens. And we lost our invisibility. And the turn ends. I'm definitely going to Shield Bash for the initiative and then Leaping Cleave. This should finish off the enemies. Let's draw cards. Whew. Alright, again you see why Shield Bash's 15 initiative is so important in this scenario. Coming in clutch, we tie for initiative. They are about to attack me with shield, but I get to go first. Because, yeah, players win ties. So, I am going to perform Leaping Cleave first on number 1, followed by number 3. Dead. Miss! That changes things. Okay. Did not expect the miss there. We have used this. We are definitely going to resolve this as a move 2. I'm not interested in taking this attack 0 poison. So, we're going to move 2. Get out of the way. And turn. Long rest. We need to recover our items. So, start the round. The guard goes 15, which is good. It does nothing. Shield 1, Retaliate 2 does nothing, while we take our long rest for free. This allows us to bring back all our cards from the table. And we have to lose a card that is not Wall of Doom. That's a bit hard, because I think the weakest card in my hand right now is Wall of Doom. Tricky. Alright, let's review these cards. Shield Bash is absolutely clutch. I think I might have to lose it though. It's a very powerful top action, so I don't really want to. But after the guards are dead, this is the last guard I have to deal with. I no longer need the 15 initiative. I need Leaping Cleave for the move 3 jump. You'll see why in a bit. Unstoppable Charge is great as well. I'm not giving up that. Fatal Advance, the top is really good. Hook and Chain, I would like to have that as an option to pull enemies into traps. Skirmishing is just powerful damage, and Balance Measure is Balance Measure. I might get rid of Balance Measure the more I think about it. Okay, I'll get rid of Balance Measure. It's a very slow initiative card, which doesn't help matters, and while high damage attacks are welcome, I do have a couple of them and some lost cards to boot. So we'll get rid of that. And our long rest is done, which means these come back. End of round. Let's finish off this guard, shall we? Okay, so I think Wall of Doom is correct here. I'm gonna Wall of Doom to move within range of my opponent, who is at 3 health, and I'll finish it off with... This is overkill. This is way overkill. Alternatively, I could hook and chain. Oh, this is tough. Let me look at the board again. Yeah, I do not know actually. This is a really tough call. Skirmishing maneuver is the obvious choice here. The reason I'm not a big fan of skirmishing maneuver is that it means that I won't have a bottom range 3 attack, which could be useful. I think having ranged attacks is going to be very useful for the final room, which is why I don't really want to use skirmishing or hook and chain. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a simple problem, but it really isn't. 3 health is kind of awkward, right? You can't just resolve a random card as a normal attack. But losing your attack 5 is kind of a big deal. I know I have to deal with living bones when the scenario starts, so having large attack numbers is important. Maybe hook and chain really is my weakest link. The thing is, I could draw a -1, right? There's a fairly significant chance of drawing a -1. I have nothing drawn here yet. So if I really want to mitigate the chance of bad things happening, I really should just commit unstoppable charge here. I think I'll do that. I rather guarantee the kill than, you know, risk bad things happening. So this is gonna happen. We'll flip it and start the round. Also, do I only have 7 cards left? I think I do. This is gone, that is gone. Yeah, 3 cards gone. I have 7 cards left, alright? Good to keep track. Okay, let's start the round. Right, I go first. So I only have one option here. Move, attack, and hope that I do not miss. If I miss, I'm going to be severely punished with that. Right, so where was I? So I'm resolving the bottom as a move 2, and I'm resolving the top as an attack 5. Drawing attack modifier. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I played that card. Holy cow. Any other card would not have killed the god. Wow. I mean, skirmishing maneuver might, depending on the second card draw, but holy cow, that -2 was a killer. Thankfully, with my overkill attack 5, that means I do 3 damage and it's dead. But I realized I've shortchanged myself. I forgot to give myself 2 health from the long rest we did. Alright, so with our -2, we still managed to kill the guard. And that ends the round. Sweet. So the next thing we want to do here is to open the door and then retreat behind the traps so that the bones are forced to walk through the traps and deal damage to themselves. To accomplish this, we will need Leaping Cleave for the move 3 jump. We're going to enhance it with our boots to make it a move 5 jump, which allows us to poke in and then poke back out. Yeah, the question is, what do we accompany with that? I don't think we have a lot of options in that regard, so we're just going to play an irrelevant card, I guess. I'm thinking it's actually Skirmishing Maneuver. It is very unlikely that I'll be playing it next round. So let's lock this in. Yeah, initiative numbers don't matter because I'm the only one on the board. Starting the round. Alright, so we are going to move. Jump, move 5 jump, consuming Boots of Striding. And 1, 2, open the door. Before we continue moving our remaining 3 steps, let's draw modifier cards for these monsters so that we know what they're up to. Archer. Move 0, attack 0, so that's move 3, attack 3. Bones. Move a lot, move 4, attack 1. Interesting. Move 4 is pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not really bad. I can move 3, 4, 5, and that's out of range of the bones. Right, so let's look at the bones again, just to confirm. Oops. The bones move 4 steps and they attack with 1 attack. So let's resolve the bones. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is scenario level 3, so traps do 5 damage. So let's remove the trap, and this takes 5 damage. This bone will move 3 steps. It will not move the full 4 steps because it will avoid stepping on the trap. The archers will move 3, attack 3 as promised. So 1, 2, 3. This one moves 1, 2. Neither will attack me because neither is within line of sight. So the round ends. Okay. After a lot of deliberation, I've decided to stick with where I'm standing here. With where I'm standing, I am fairly safe from these 2 archers, and that's quite important because we really cannot afford to get hit by the archers. That will cause too much trouble for us. So we are going to stay at the back lines, and this means that the only place the archer can perform ranged attacks because they have line of sight are from the doorway onwards. They cannot hit us while in this room. They need to be on the doorway or in my room in order to hit me with a ranged attack. So I think this is the safest space for me to stand on. So I will stay here and perform Shield Bash. Shield Bash will allow me to gain shield, which will be very important for mitigating damage since I don't have a lot of health left. And then naturally, since I'm staying put, the only attack I can do is a ranged attack, so I'm going to use Hook and Chain. So let's commit this. And fingers crossed, we get some good monster cards. Archers go first. They do the trap thing, which is really good. This is really good. This is about as good as I can hope for. So this is really good because the archers move first, but they have a super low movement. They only have movement 2. And this means that they cannot escape the room. And they move before the living bones, so the living bones don't move out of the way before allowing the archers to move into the doorway. So Archer 4 moves here, right? It cannot move its second movement. It will try to get outside of that room into my room, but it can't because it's out of movement, so it just stays there. Archer 5 also moves 2. From this point, it cannot attack me. It needs to move into the doorway, so it stays there. Wait, there's a smarter way I can do this. Yes. Archer 4 moves first. Archer 4 resolves its attack. It cannot attack, and then it creates a 3 damage trap. And then Bandit Archer 5 moves 1 step. It will not move the second step because there's a trap in the way. So you just stay there and create a trap. Cool. Alright, so now there's a kind of a very narrow walkway for these archers. So the archer is done. Now it's my turn. I need to see what the living bones do before I make my final decision. Move 0, attack 0. So that's move 3, attack 2. I am fine with that, I think. Alright, so let's resolve our Hook and Chain on Living Bones 1. We are performing a range 3 attack on Living Bones 1. +1, that's it. Right, so 3 attack +1 is 4 attack minus 1 shield from the bones. 3 attack, dead. Right, and then we'll put up shield. I could also move out of range, but I think I prefer the shield here. So I'm going to use this for the shield oneself. I've done this already. And now the living bones move. 1, 2, attack. So it's going to draw a modifier card. So much for the shield. That was a miss. Alright, not complaining. That's done. I'm going to short rest here. I cannot afford to take the downtime for a long rest. I will get pummeled absolutely if that happens. So let's short rest here. This means that I will have to lose one of these cards at random. So we're going to give this a good shuffle. I'm going to draw a card here. This is the card I might lose. Oof, Shield Bash. I believe the rest of my deck is more important. I believe so. This has an AoE stun on the bottom and a very powerful attack on top. We definitely cannot lose this. This is a pull, which means trap damage. We need to keep that. Wall of Doom is the only one I would prefer losing over Shield Bash, because Shield Bash has a useful top action. Wall of Doom does not really. So yeah, Wall of Doom's the only one that I'm not happy with. Leaping Cleave, I'm also not that happy with. I don't really need either of that. Skirmishing Maneuver. Yeah, so actually, Shield Bash is kind of a middling. Like, it's not the worst card to lose, but it's not the best card to lose either. I think to play conservatively, I'll just lose it, because I'd rather play without Shield Bash than to risk playing without Unstoppable Charge or Hook and Chain. These are going to be really key cards, I think. It's just a bit of a pity that I am stuck with some useless cards in Wall of Doom and Leaping Cleave. These are not the best cards to have right now, but we'll try to make it work. I really want to perform a pull to outright kill one of the archers by pulling them into this 5 damage trap here. But that's very hard to do because Hook and Chain doesn't have a very good initiative. The range is correct, but the initiative is pretty off. And my move force don't have very good initiative either. We are looking at Fatal Advance basically. There's another really cheeky option, and that's to play Wall of Doom's top action, Retaliate and Shield, and hope that the bones immolates itself by attacking me. It's possible, but I mean, the upside is that it also protects against the archers, right? The shield too defends me against the archers for a bit. The problem is that leaves us with a not very good bottom action. So I'm not that happy. I'm not that keen on that move. I think I will have to wait for the next round to perform the Hook and Chain combo. This combo. Right, move to this hex is a move 3 jump, and then perform Hook and Chain, hooking one of them into the trap and killing them. I think I need to Fatal Advance the bones here. The bones is the hardest enemy to get rid of, so I think Fatal Advance here would be good. Really, the only question is what on earth do I play as my bottom action here? Unstoppable Charge into this hex would be a very tempting option, if not for the fact that there is a 3 damage trap sitting right there. It makes it not worth it. Definitely not worth the loss. Because I just don't see any other version. Yeah, I just don't see why else I would be playing Wall of Doom. So I'll do this. Let's keep these cards. Just remember that we have this combo. We're going to play these cards. Mostly because I can't see how I can fit Wall of Doom into my plan further down the road. So we're going to play Wall of Doom for the initiative, which is pretty good. And quickly kill off the bones before it can do anything nasty to us. Right? Lock it in. Draw. We go first. The archers go second. Let's look at their attack. Oh no! It's the immobilize attack. Not happy. I'm not a happy camper here. That is worst card in the deck maybe. That ruins everything. I cannot afford to get immobilized here, because my next move would have been move and perform Hook and Chain, but I can't move if... Yikes. There's only one thing I can do, that is to carry on with what I intended to, which is to Fatal Advance. Dead. Then, since this is useless, I may as well just resolve it as a move 2. And I'm actually going to close the gap between myself and the archers. Because this gives me line of sight to Hook and Chain this archer into this trap. It's not ideal. I'd rather use this trap, but given that I'm going to be immobilized anyway, if I stand there, the archers are going to move out and immobilize me, then, you know, I may as well just move myself into range and let them hit me here. And at least they'll stay put this way, and I can get a hook and chain in next turn guaranteed. So that's what we're going to attempt. Let's roll the dice. So attack 2 from both. First one, 2, 2. So I take 4 damage. Alright. And that ends the round. Oof, we are really cutting it close here. The game's gonna be over very soon, but we don't have a lot left in the tank. Eagle Eye Goggles are gonna be very useful moving forward. We are definitely going to pull something in range. So this will be our top move. Our bottom move will be attack 3, range 3, right? It has to be all the range attacks since I'm immobilized. So let's lock this in and draw. A tie! A tie again! Well, they immobilize again, which is terrible, but I get to go first. Okay. Okay. Now I need to think. When do I use the Eagle Eye Goggles? My plan is to use the Eagle Eye Goggles on the pull on this Bandit Archer 5 to more or less guarantee the kill, because as long as I do at least 3 damage to it, which means drawing a +0 or higher, it is dead. Right, so with that in mind, I'm going to attack Bandit Archer 5 using Hook and Chain with advantage. This is so difficult. Alright, so quick analysis of the situation. Using advantage, using Eagle Eye Goggles on the further archer more or less guarantees the kill, which means that I only need to worry about a single archer. Using Eagle Eye Goggles on the nearer archer, however, using my skirmishing maneuvers bottom, gives me a much higher shot of outright killing this archer. If I draw a +3 or ×2, it is dead outright, and that makes my life a lot easier. I think, given that the archers are gonna move anyway, I think I want to guarantee the kill on this archer rather than attempt a kill on this one with a very low probability. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna attack this with advantage using Hook and Chain. Consume. Let's draw 2 cards. Quite dead. So it takes 4 damage, but then it gets pulled into this trap, so it's dead. Now for the difficult one. Attack 3, range 3, skirmishing maneuver on this archer. Drawing my attack modifier. +1, 4 damage. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's me done. Archer. The archer... Sorry, let's discard these first. These are not losses. The archer performs a move 0, so it stays there. Attack -1, 2 damage, and immobilize. I take this, right? Wait, so 1 damage. I almost certainly take this. Yeah, I totally take this. Okay, I take this. I'll take 1 damage to the face. Wow, that was a nice draw. This means that I didn't have to lose a card for that. Even though I'm running very low on stamina, I'm actually going to short rest here. The reason is I need to get my range attacks back. So, either will do. I don't really care whether it's Hook and Chain or skirmishing. Although I would probably prefer skirmishing, I think. Right, so let's stack these cards. Obviously, I want to lose Wall of Doom. But we don't really have a say in this. Because I chose to lose 1 hit point to the archer, I'm down to exactly 1 hit point, which means I cannot lose 1 hit point to reroll this. So whatever comes off the top is my lost card. And it is Skirmishing Maneuver. Oof. Alright. So we get these back. Alright. We are very close to the end. I think we got this, but we are immobilized. And that is pretty dangerous. So we only need to play 1 card here, which is Hook and Chain. So that's our range attack. And we want to play this as fast as possible, so Wall of Doom. Start round. Archer goes first. Great. What does Archer do? Move +1, doesn't happen. Attack -1, attack for 2 damage. I think we are losing a card here. Yes, that we are. I'll lose Leaping Cleave. It's pretty useless here. Alright, lost that to damage. Inox Brute. Can we finish this? My turn's over. I mean, no, my turn's not over yet, but we are going to perform an attack. Range 3. Attack 3. Hook and chain. All I need to do is to draw a non-null. There we go. It is dead. We did 4 damage. It is done. And we win the scenario with just 1 hit point remaining. Immobilized. 1 card left in hand. Couldn't have been closer. It really couldn't. Yeah. That was very... yeah, I had basically 1 more turn left in me. I would have short rested and done my final turn. That went down to the wire. It required some really lucky draws. I think I draw a very crucial miss at one point, as well as a couple of very lucky attack modifiers from the enemy, as well as a ×2 on the elite. That being said, the elite did hit me for 8 damage at the start of the game, so maybe it kind of equalized there, but we did it at long last, and yeah, that's the Brute solo scenario for you. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Till next time, thanks for watching, goodbye.